Alright, Schlockmeister fans, a re-review from my previous channel. Another 80s horror movie. This one's The Beast Within. Let's check it out. B.B. Besh and Ronnie Cox just married. 1964, Mississippi. In a nearby house, something gets loose. You don't know what it is. It's a creature. Well, wouldn't you know, our newlyweds get stuck in the mud while our creature stalks nearby. Well, newlywed wife decides to get out of the car and roam around. I don't know why. She trips and falls, and whatever the hell this thing is reaches her. And it basically assaults her in the mud. Her husband does find her, rescues her, takes her out of there, but she's been impregnated by whatever the hell that thing was.
Sicker than we know.
17 years later.
These are the only thing sustaining him as it is. And we're going to have to supplement that with a full complement of life support system.
But Michael is dying. We can't afford not to find out who was responsible. You heard what Dr. Odom said. Something more to go on. Well, that man, his background, his medical records...
And here is the aforementioned Michael. He somehow finds himself back at the house where that creature escaped. Or does he? Nope, just a dream.
17 years ago?
So mom and dad go back to that Mississippi town. See if they can find the guy.
Ray. Maybe.
And mom finds some paper describing somebody's death.
Almost.
Hey, Miss Al said it was lunch. Who's that with her?
Well, if you used to give me odds, I'd say it was her husband.
Now, you didn't tell him anything.
He'd give up,
New sheriff.
but nobody was praying for the way he finally did.
What do you mean?
I mean, he was ripped to pieces. Parts of him was eaten. What parts was recognized?
That happened the same time her rape
What
did.
did it?
Meanwhile, Michael has decided to escape from his hospital bed. But he ain't quite right in the head. He ends up back in that house.
You have to promise me first.
Something lured him there.
Will you promise me?
Boys always dropping things.
So then Michael, I guess he posed as a delivery boy to drop something off to this guy's house.
For the meat.
Then we hear the sound of some bugs. He then jumps on the guy, attacks him. And pretty much eats him. Anyway, they find Michael and he's back in the hospital.
Have him really
Locally.
check you out. Just to be sure. No.
And he seems to be feeling a lot better.
The Astrodome 820.
So he's hanging out with this one girl,
Get the doctor?
and he's hearing them bugs again and having a weird reaction.
It's all right.
They're kind of making out, and then the girl's dog brings a treat that he found. Yep, that's a hand. Turns out there's lots of bodies there.
Doc, I got something down here I want to show you.
How many now?
36.
Yeah.
Michael goes out
Don't you
again.
recognize me, Tom?
He seems to be possessed.
Billy Connors.
Look in my eyes.
Oh.
Coroner heard a noise, went to check it out. checked the grave of one of the bodies they found buried in that
Those are nothing but rocks.
forest.
Dexter Ward? Dexter Ward.
They find Dexter.
Oh, God.
Lord save us. He's been embalmed, alive. What I thought. Here, this is what I've been feeling beneath the skin.
What is it?
A subcutaneous layer just beneath the epidermis. I've never seen anything like it before.
Get your hands off me!
Michael, don't talk to your father like that.
He ain't my father. Billy Connors is my daddy.
What? Who done the killings? It was Billy. So only it wasn't Billy, it was the boy.
Where we used to come when we were kids, Tom? Do you think I could ever forget that? It took me 17 years, Tom. Like the cicadas, but I came back.
Well, he chases him down, takes care of him, fries him up.
I want you to get in the car right now and leave. And you keep going until you're far away from here.
Why?
Whoever killed the others is gonna come for you, Amanda.
And then he turns a bit and is trying to attack her. I guess part of him is able to resist it, though.
Who, Michael?
Kill me or you won't be able to stop him! Kill me! Kill me! Kill me!
Let's strap him down.
Kill me!
They end up back at that house, the sheriff does.
Jesus, Lord God.
Billy Connors, probably.
It can't be, it's too big.
Oh, he's chained anyway.
Well, in the hospital, Michael starts to change. And now he's really changing. Amanda's father shoots him twice. But that doesn't kill him.
It shed his skin like a cicada.
Billy Connors!
It was my brother, Lionel.
He's the one who did it. He's the one who turned him into whatever he is.
Easy. Lionel, the town undertaker,
Robbing his own coffins to feed Billy his flesh, the human flesh Billy needed to live.
And a few minutes later, now Amanda was trying to escape, like Michael told her to, and she had a car accident. And now she's being stalked. And just like the beginning of the movie, the creature gets her and presumably impregnates her. The creature then attacks Ronnie Cox, but Mom to the rescue. Killed her son. Alright, let's talk about The Beast Within. This was an old cable movie, although I never saw it on cable. I ended up renting this movie probably around 1987 or so from a video store. I think it was a video store called Red Owl in Two Rivers, Wisconsin. What I remember about this movie, I saw it years later on in the 90s when Joe Bob Briggs showed it on the movie channel. He described the B.B. Besh's character as getting Katie-diddled, which I thought was kind of funny. But anyway, we have a movie here where a woman gets raped in 1964 by some sort of creature in the woods. She gets pregnant from it. We fast forward 17 years later, and her son that she got impregnated with during that rape has got some sort of medical issues and stuff. He basically, well, I guess she was raped by this cicada monster. And cicadas like live in the ground for 13 to 17 years. And then they come up and do their cicada thing, I guess. And that's what's happening to her boy. He's slowly turning into a cicada. They don't know this at this point, though, so they go back to that town where she got raped, so see if they can find the person who raped her. He might have some sort of medical conditions that might help the doctor know as to what exactly is wrong with it, the boy. Meanwhile, the boy keeps freaking out. He keeps hearing these buzzing bug sounds, and then it's like a Jekyll and Hyde almost. He starts turning into this creature. It turns out it's almost like a possession thing, too, like he's possessed by this guy named Billy Connors. Or was it Cullen Connors? I think it was. But anyway, who was somehow involved with this rape back 17 years earlier. And there was some sort of convoluted story about how they kept this other guy named Lionel locked up on a stick or on a chain. And he was turned into this creature. I don't exactly know how it was, but somehow he needed human flesh to live. So they were feeding him human flesh. I don't know. The bottom line is the kid's turning into a cicada slow but sure. And then he finally has this big transformation scene in the hospital. It's not quite up to quality with American Werewolf in London, but I guess it wasn't bad for what it was. It looked kind of silly if you ask me. But he turns into this monster and he kills everybody. He's only going after this certain family, though, apparently. I don't know. He's got a vendetta against the Kerwin family. Now, this girl that he's kind of infatuated with named Amanda also happens to be somehow related to the Kerwin. So he warned her ahead of time, get out of town, otherwise I might accidentally hurt you, But she does actually try to leave at one point, but then she doesn't get very far because she has a car accident. Meanwhile, Michael is full cicada now. He's out in the woods and he finds Amanda, rapes her, presumably impregnates her, just like happened to his mother 17 years earlier. Ronnie Cox and BB Besh both show up, and there's a struggle, and then the mom shoots her son, or the bug son, and blows his head into many pieces, and that's presumably the end of it. So that's our film, but again, I guess they set it up for a sequel 17 years later. Beast Within 2 would have come out in 1999, I guess, but I don't think it did. In fact, I know it didn't. But anyway, that is The Beast Within. So anyway, I enjoyed this movie. It's a gory, sloppy mess in certain scenes. It looked like the guy, Michael, was having a good time playing this bug with all the transformations and the ticks and the facial ticks and everything. He was having fun. But anyway, that is The Beast Within. I think it's an enjoyable film if you like horror movies, and I do. A couple of nude scenes thrown in as well. And yeah, that's it. So anyway, check out The Beast Within. I got it on this Midnight Movies DVD, which I don't think is available anymore, but I believe it's available on Blu-ray now. So you can get that, and I'll leave a link down below if you're looking for it. So check it out. Let me know what you think about The Beast Within. Leave some comments. Watch it. Bye.